moderator.
Okay.
For those who...
What we do here is go back.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother...
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha, and tonight, you guys, ooh, it's so nice. Look at that. Look at that. the Chibi Hummingbird. Yes, I finally have one. And it's awesome. It's awesome. I love it. I got this, and I got the Chibi Ozzy shirt as well. Man, you guys, they're so awesome. I love them. Mr. Corey DeYonker, Links53 on Twitch and Instagram. If you are watching, or if you guys know Corey, he's the man. I'm telling you, he's the man. These things are great. These are great. If you want one, you know where to get one. Shoutouts.mecha.com. www.shoutouts.mecha.com. Hit the store button up at the top. You'll be transported to the store where you can find shirts, hats, bags, other cool stuff. Go get you some. And, uh-oh. Something wrong with my mic? Ultraman Dyna says, is there something wrong with your mic? Is there something wrong with my mic? I don't know. Is anybody else having problems? Doesn't seem like it. I don't know. Sounds good, my end. It's a bit peaky. I think I'm being a bit loud. That's probably why. Because I'm excited. I'm excited. So much to talk about tonight, you guys. I will try to keep the level down so I don't peak out, as it were. So yeah. So go get you one of these, right? So louder the better. Nick SSJ Skywalker over there on YouTube. It always peaks when you say hello. Yeah, because I'm usually pretty close to the mic. It is what it is, I guess, right? Okay, so business first, then we get into entertainment. The tools. If you guys see me working with any tools tonight that you are interested in, there is an Amazon link just below on YouTube and Twitch. Hit that up. It's all sourced for you. It's all found. It's on this side if you're watching on Facebook. That's very important. Go get whatever you might need. It's all good stuff. Trust me. And then also, if you need kits or paints, decals, accessories, accoutrements, if you will. These guys right down in the corner here, these are my boys. Adam and all those fine folks down at USA Gundam Store. Go pick you something up, because they got some good stuff. They got some good stuff. Man, hello to everybody over there on Facebook. Man, Joe Woodruff, Julio G. Aponte says, what's up, Tim? He says, I need me a hat, bro. Dude, we got plenty of hats. We got some cool-ass hats, too. Some bomb-ass hats, I should say. Hit up www.shoutouts.mecha.com. You can find them all, man. Find them all. And I saw Donnie Baxter. He was over there as well. So, yeah, shout out to everybody over there on Facebook. Ooh, yeah. Yes. Okay, so, speaking... Man, so much to talk about. Speaking of shout-outs, there's a few things about this weekend. This weekend was really, really cool, you guys. A lot of awesome stuff kind of happened over the weekend, right? So, first I want to give a couple shout-outs to some people that are doing some big things, right? Mr. Gamer Bud. Is Bud in the audience tonight? Bud, are you watching? Are you here with us? I hope so. Because Gamer Bud, if you don't know, go follow him on Instagram. He's doing some big things right now. There he is. He's here. Dude, he's working with epoxy putty and doing some really cool reshaping on a double O kit. And man, he's kind of killing it right, like first run out of the gate, you guys. And he's getting comments on his Instagram saying that he's an inspiration to other people. And I think that's amazing. I think that's so cool. So go follow GamerBud, you guys, because he's starting to pick it up. He's starting to pick it up. Like, I remember back when we first started the stream, and GamerBud was just like, hey, I got my first real grade. Oh, I broke it. Hey, I got my second real grade. Oh, I broke it. Third real grade. It's awesome. It's all. But I broke that too. And now he's killing it with epoxy putty and doing reshaping and really cool things. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel so good to see somebody step up their game like he does. It's awesome. So go follow him. Go follow him. Seriously. Another one I want to shout out is Mr. Lizard Gundam. I had to get it right. Lizard Gundam. Again, man. He tagged me in a post. I checked it out. I followed it instantly, right? Because what he said was, that he watches the stream and everything. I'm not sure if he watches it live, but he watches it. And he's starting to work with styrene sheet, plot plate, and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, it's so cool. That is so good. It makes me proud. I am proud of you guys for stepping up your game, stepping out of that box, and doing something big. Yeah. And I know Gary's in the audience. Gary, you're over there on. I think Gary's on. I think Gary's on YouTube right now. He might be. I think he started off on Twitch, but I think he went over to YouTube. But Gary Gumpla, YRAG Gumpla on Instagram. He just finished up a. Yep, there he is. He just finished up a Deep Striker, you guys. Oh, the paint job on this thing is cosmic. I'm telling you. Go follow YRAG, Gary backwards. You know, like his handle on YouTube, right? YRAG Gumpla over there on Instagram. I'm telling you what, you will be happy that you did. Because this thing, man, the paint job on this thing was, he killed it, man. He killed it. It was awesome. He's got this crazy cosmic kind of paint job going on with this super deep, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, it's not even like metallic, right? It's just super like trippy, weird blue texture on most of it, right? And then the base was just like painted like space, and it was so freaking cool, you guys. Donnie Baxter's over on Facebook. He says Gary's Deep Striker is incredible. I agree, man. I totally agree. And hey, speaking of Donnie Baxter, Art Inc. by DB, if you guys aren't familiar, on Facebook and also on Instagram. Man, Donnie does just freaking amazing shit too. So Donnie posts to mostly his story, right? So if you don't follow his stories, you're not seeing like the big picture of what Donnie can do, man. Donnie's sick with it. He's skilled. He's working on, what is it, a Tyran? I think? That green weird thing from 00. Just like Robbie the Robot kind of thing. I think it was called a Tyran. I don't know. But anyway, he's detailing this thing up, adding rivets, adding grab-ons, and all sorts of cool surface details that is just insane. But the one thing that I took away from his stories this weekend was this awesome little trick that he does, that he kind of gave to everybody. And I messaged him and he says, man, I didn't do this. But no, you gave it to us, right? So you get credit, dude. So what he did is he used a sewing needle, right, with the little loop at the top and everything. And he kind of cut the tip of the loop off, right? And then he inserted the rest of it into like just a plastic tube or something like that, just as like a handle, right? So what he did was he kind of had this little, almost like a tuning fork type shape, but super small, right? Super small. And what he did was he used it for precision application for glue and stuff, right? For like super glue or for like, to me, an extra thin or whatever. And I thought, That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now I just need to find a sewing needle. I don't think I have one. Or at least I don't have one anywhere around. Or else I'd be doing it tonight. You know? But seriously, it was awesome. It was awesome. So, Donnie, man, thank you for that. That was a huge tip. Huge tip. So, go check out Donnie. Go check out Donnie, man. He is, he's awesome. Oh, I just got a message from somebody that we'll talk about here in a second here. Oh, man. So, we'll get to that here in a second. We'll get to that here in a second. Also this weekend was Gunpla Talk. If you guys missed it, go check it out. What is Donnie? Donnie is a man. He is a very talented man, gamer bud. Art Inc. by DB. That's where you find Donnie on Instagram and also on Facebook. Art Inc. by DB. There you go. Thank you, Bailey. Thank you for the hookup, brother. Gunpla Talk was this weekend. We had a special guest, Miss Tex Marquise Armida, and she talked about the Gunpla Girl Gang. And if you guys missed it, man, you guys missed a good one, because the initiative at this point that she started, along with, I think, a couple other ladies, is starting to really pick up steam. And I was very happy to see kind of a reaction from Gunpla Talk, both from, you know, the ladies and the guys. Because I even got messages on the back end from guys saying, hey, thank you for kind of putting this out there. That's cool. And I'm like, you know what? We thought it was important. So that's the reason why we did, you know, we had her on the show, you know, in addition to being a very talented modeler. So from Gunpla Talk spawned the first Gunpla Girl Gang build-off. Yeah. So if you're a lady out there, man, go and go hook up with Tex, go hook up with the Gunpla Girl Gang, go enter the Gunpla Girl Gang build-off, because I think it's important. I think it's really cool too. The more ladies we can get into the hobby, the better. You know, there are a lot of ladies in this hobby that are just stupid good, right? Tex is one of them. Gunpla Gyaru B, if you've not followed her on Instagram, please do. Go follow her. She's really cool. And she did this ice cream haro kind of melting in a cone, which was just like super original and creative, right? So those two ladies especially, go follow them because they deserve it. They're awesome. And if, like I said, if you're a lady, go join the Gunpla Girl Gang. It's a cool thing. I think it's really, really cool. So, yeah. So I think that kind of was awesome from Gunpla Talk, right? And the other shout out I wanted to do. This is more of a personal one for me. I don't usually do these sort of things, obviously, but my wife Lynn, and I don't know if she's watching. Hopefully she is. I don't know. But you know what? She puts up with a lot of my shit, you guys. Like a lot of my shit. Mainly me spending hours down here in the studio, kind of being, you know, by myself, if you will, right? So, you know, it means a lot to have her support. It really does, and it's awesome. And I love her more than anything. Her and my daughter Amber. She's 10. She's really cool. So yeah. So big shout out to the family. Love you guys. Hopefully you're watching. I don't know. So anyway, that's all the shout outs I got for. If I didn't shout you out, sorry. It's not that I don't want to shout you out. It's just I just didn't think about it. Doesn't mean that you're not important. Doesn't mean that you're not important, because I'm going to tell you what. We got something cool going on, you guys. We got something really cool. Dean. Dean, I always shout you out, dude. Dean, over here on YouTube. Dean, for those of you guys that don't know, if you're watching on Twitch or if you're watching on Facebook, Dean watches over here on YouTube. And yes, I will go ahead and shout you out, Dean. Dean is a cool kid who watches us, and what he does is he keeps us honest and he keeps us on task. He is the keeper of the parts count. Yeah. Yeah, he keeps us in line when we get off on tangents and stuff. He kind of reels us back in. He's just like, you should build. It's cool, man. So, nah, Dean, you know what? I've shouted you out a couple times when you weren't on. Hopefully you saw those. Nothing but love, dude. But, yeah, really, really cool. Really cool. So, but anyway, well, like I was saying, we got something that I feel is special. All of us, all of you watching, all of us kind of in this together, right? And there's Terry T, the man. What's up, Terry? We shouted Terry out. Maybe, what, on Friday, I think? Yeah, Friday or Wednesday or Friday, something like that. Terry T's cool, man. But like I said, I think we got something cool going on, you guys. I think, you know, we kind of got like, and the way that I put it earlier was kind of like the calm army, the child of Mecha army, right? Because that's what I felt like today. Because you guys showed up in a big, big way today. I'm telling you. And it made me feel really awesome, you know? And it made me so incredibly proud, right? Like, I felt proud, you know, because everybody kind of had my back today, you know? And it was cool. So if you guys aren't on Instagram, or if you guys haven't been on Instagram in a few days, had a little bit of a reposting issue this morning. So, you know, a couple accounts kind of reposted the airdrop, the Jesta, didn't tag me or anything like that. And then, you know, kind of, I messaged them, and, you know, everything thankfully got worked out, right? And I've gotten messages back from both accounts. You know, they're sorry. They didn't mean any harm by it. Which, you know what? I will take them for their word. I will. So, but leading up to the tags being implemented, man, a lot of people jumped on them. A lot of people. And you know, they were shouting out, you know, tagging me every single one, and I saw every single one, and I liked every single one, and I made it a point to, and I was overwhelmed by the support, because, man, like, you know, you post something and you hope that people like it and people will think that it's cool, and then it kind of evolves into kind of its own monster, if you will, right? And it kind of takes on a life of its own. And I think that it did. I think airdrop has at this point kind of taken on a life of its own, which again is amazing. It's an amazing feeling. But yeah, like, today, I couldn't have felt more proud of you guys. Like, I was just blown away. Absolutely blown away. And I loved seeing, you know, how you guys kind of had my back, and you were showing support, and just all sorts of love, man. People were commenting, people were sending me messages, people were adding the things that were posted to their own stories, and calling things out, right? So, man, it felt really amazing. It felt really amazing. And I'm just, like, super thankful for every single one of you. The entire Child of Mecha army. I love you guys. I absolutely love you guys. So cool. Just so cool. So, but thankfully, like I said, I didn't have to go the reporting route, thankfully, like I did on a couple other accounts earlier last week, right? Thankfully, these two accounts today, they remedied the situation. They apologized. I will take them for their word, and I will appreciate their attention. And we'll leave it at that. Plain and simple. No hard feelings. So, if you can fix it, and if you can show, you know, a little bit of remorse, it's all good in my book. It's all good. I've dealt with a lot worse things, man. I'm not going to sweat this. Not going to sweat it. But I will fight for what's mine. Better believe it. Chris R. said, sounds like you need a new shirt. Shout out Mecha Army. Hey, you never know, man. If people want it, we can put it out there. James Cody! Thank you for the sub, dude. Welcome to the family. Thank you for watching. That's awesome. Let's talk about one other thing, right? He said, you the man. No, dude, you're the man. Thank you, James Cody. James was in that group, man. He's part of the army, you guys. Yeah, he's part of the army. He was shouting it out. He was laying it down for us. So I appreciate that. But let's switch gears, because I know there were a bunch of people. You know, when I released Airdrop, a lot of people that obviously didn't follow the streams or things like that, and I get it. It's par for the course. But they wanted to know how the parachutes were made, right? So I thought it might be fun to quickly take a look at all 4 iterations of my R&D on these things just real quick, and just kind of explain the route that I took to get to the final thing, right? So I actually wrote notes for this stream. Weird, right? So let's go to camera. Boom. Oh, and look at this, you guys. New cutting mat. I finally cleaned the workstation. Yes, I finally cleaned it. And you might be able to see it. It's a little bit cleaner over here, right? A little bit more organized and stuff. I picked up and cleaned out the whole tabletop here. So yes, I finally put on the gray Fisker's cutting mat. Finally, got rid of the old nasty green one because that thing had seen better days, right? So spent all weekend cleaning this place, and mind you, just this little bit here, this little cove here, is clean. That's it. The rest of it's still a train wreck, which we'll get to that. We'll get to that later, right? So anywho, so let's take a look. So this was the first one, right? This one was the first. Let's see. This had good intentions, right? This had good intentions. And so basically what I did, I took a little sheet of 1/4-inch MDF, laminated a thicker plastic sheet on here, drew out the different angles, and then each one of these is just 1/2 millimeter plastic, and they're just kind of in fins, right? And then what I did was I took, sorry about that. I took the like very thin cloth, and I dipped that in resin. Put it onto here, put some plastic wrap on top of that as kind of a barrier, and then filled that with water. So this was filled with water, so it would hopefully press down into these fins and create that billowed effect. While I had some moderate success with that, the problem areas were around the edges. It just kind of buckled and was weird, and it didn't look good, right? And then the fabric that had the resin in it wasn't rigid enough, right? So back to the drawing board. So this was step one, right? This was kind of, honestly, the most elegant iteration of all of the molds, but it just didn't work, yeah? So then after that, I kind of started... Ooh, look at that, Carl Carlston. Thank you for the follow over there. Appreciate it. Welcome. Thank you for watching. So then I did this, the big lump of clay. So similar to the fin design, I made fins, but in the opposite, more in the negative fashion, more in the shape of the parachute. And I had it in mind to fill in the sections with clay, build those up, sculpt the billows in, and then vacuum form that, right? Because molding it, obviously, in the previous way just wasn't going to work. Yeah? So I thought about this. And obviously I filled this whole thing in and got it to, you know, what you see right now. But then I'm watching YouTube videos of sculptors using plasticine, which is what this is. It's a non-hardening oil-based clay, right? So I watched videos where these guys, these professional sculptors, would use heat, like heat guns and torches and stuff like that, and it would just melt the plasticine and make it smooth. I'm like, I've never worked with plasticine, so after seeing that and knowing that I had to heat up the plastic to vacuum form it to about 220, 225 Fahrenheit, this was going to be a wreck after the first one. So, had to ditch it, right? Had to ditch the idea. It just wasn't going to work out. So, I went researching again online to see if anybody has ever done something like this, a fully deployed, billowed parachute, right? Found an article, like, hidden deep in the Fine Scale Modelers forums from like 2014, right? Where a guy took a half dome of styrofoam and he was going to vacuum form on top of that. He never finished, he never showed kind of the results, so everybody was kind of left wanting at that point. So I took it upon myself to do this, and I think, you know, we showed this on several streams of kind of shaping this and kind of sculpting in the billows and everything, and, you know, drilling the hole in the middle for you know, the air hole and everything. I went to vacuum form this, and not thinking, the melted or much softened plastic sheet in turn melted this styrene dome and basically bonded to it. And then as I started to peel it off, it ripped off a good kind of portion of the top. So again, that didn't work. So out the window it went. So that's try number 4, you guys, right? Or 3. Try number 3. So I'm thinking, okay, so vacuum forming is definitely the way to go, but we need something sturdy. So I'm like, well, I got a boatload of MDF outside, just from building different things. So I'm like, well, I could always sculpt, you know, laminate a few pieces together and sculpt out, you know, kind of a shape, a buck, if you will, because that's what vacuum forming shapes are. They're called bucks. So, spent an entire afternoon gluing this up, this whole block, cutting it, and then with an angle grinder, sculpted the billows and the lines and everything out of this. Everything. That was a super huge pain and very, very messy. If you guys have ever worked with sanding MDF, it's just a mess. It's a mess because it's fiberboard, you guys, right? So the particulates go everywhere. It makes a huge amount of dust, and it's just bleh, nasty. So sprayed this with filler primer, vacuum formed it, and then boom, eureka moment, right? Now this this try was just 0.5 millimeter plastic. I had to go full 1 millimeter plastic. I thought, you know, maybe with the, you know, with the billow lines and everything in there, that'll give us some rigidity to the plastic and everything, but it just was not rigid enough, and it didn't feel thick enough, right? So that's when I went to full 1 millimeter plastic thickness, and that's when it all clicked. That's when it all clicked. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how the parachutes for airdrop were created. This buck right here. And as you can see, this final buck is a lot smaller than the original one that I had planned, right? So I think the smaller ones worked out better, because I think if I had used a big one, I don't think the rigging and everything and the spatial constraints within the display for airdrop would have worked very well. So going smaller is definitely the way to go. So, but that's how we did airdrops parachutes. So hopefully you guys thought that was interesting. You know, it's an interesting kind of process from step one to this guy, right? So, yeah. There you go. Man. So, last thing I want to talk about before we kind of get into work, right? Last thing I want to talk about. A friend of mine kind of asked me over the weekend. He's just like, you should do he says to me, you should do a book. I'm like, yeah, you know, a lot of people ask me, you know, and a lot of people on the stream have been like, hey, Tim, you got to do a book. You got to do a book. You got to do a book. I hear it all the time. I've heard it for years, right? Got to do a book. Yeah? So, I thought about it, and I'm like, you know, if I did do a book, what the hell would I write on, right? Because I'm like, I don't want to do something like so obtuse that it just ends up being watered down and just derivative, right? So, you know, I kind of gave it some thought, and, you know, I do want to do a book. I do. I've wanted to do one for years. But the amount of work that goes into kind of doing a book is insane. Insane. Because, you know, you gotta do, you know, you gotta take the pictures, you gotta build something while you're kind of doing that, and you've got to have a proper outline for a book. And it's just, you know, it's more work than most people think. Kevin Zhang, Mr. Dash, you know, he obviously wrote his book, and he took, what, 2 years off from competing just to focus on that. Amazing book, amazing talented guy. But I don't know if I can take off 2 years from competing. I don't know if I don't know if I can take off 1, right? So, you know, it's kind of a conundrum at this point. Jeff Edge asked, do you make your vacuum forming machine? I did. I made it out of MDF, so there you go. Love my MDF, right? You know, what I was thinking Jeff Edge just said, yeah, single subject books would be cool. Bailey says, did you talk to Josh about how he did his Zeta book? Oh, yeah, no, the guys on Gumble Talk were kind of helping him out the entire way. So, yeah, I saw all the behind-the-scenes workings of how Josh kind of, you know, created his book, right? Ultraman Dyna, just stick to the videos, Tim. It's more fun. It is more fun. I will not disagree with you, man. But there, you know, obviously there is a market out there for, you know, quality English books. Yeah. Tex Merkey says, do a DVD. You know what? I am never going to do a DVD. I've produced DVDs before. It is a shitty process. Terrible. I hated every second of producing a DVD. Did one for a corporate client that we had several years ago, and it was just really, really bad, and I hated every second of it. So no, DVDs are kibosh. Hard pass. Hard pass. But, you know, there definitely is a market out there for quality English language modeling books. You know, I mean, like I've said previously, I think, and I truly believe, that kind of North American Gunpla and kind of, you know, your Western countries, you know, England and Europe and stuff like that, South America especially, Canada, love you Canadians. I think we're really on a cusp. You know, we're kind of, if you know about like downhill ski jumping, you know, like in the Olympics, you've ever watched that, like you see the people just kind of like, you know, getting ready to go up on the blocks, right? I truly believe that's where we are right now with this hobby. I really do think so. You know, with everything that I see and with everything that I hear behind the scenes from, you know, different people in the industry, I think we're there. I really do. And I think over the next year, basically this year, we're going to get out of the gates. So, you know, with that being said, it's like, now if, you know, if I was going to do one, now would be the time. Yeah. Now would kind of be the time. So, you know, I do want to do one. There's no doubt about that. But, I think it would need to be a very narrow focus, right? And Justin and I were talking about this kind of over private messaging earlier today. And he's just like, dude, just do a book on all modeling. I'm like, no. No, man. No. Do you know how much work that would be? Like, just in masking alone or scribing or shit, just the tools could be an entire book, right? So I told him, I said, no, it's got to be focused. It's got to be lean and to the point. It's got to be something that I can get into and really kind of wax poetic on processes, because that's big, right? Processes are big in modeling. So, you know, that's the conversation that we were having earlier, yeah? And, you know, like I said, it kind of got me thinking, you know, what could we do, right? Scratch building, you know, is probably an obvious one. Customizing simple details would, you know, probably be a good one, yeah. But I'm thinking the worm inside my head is just kind of wiggling and wriggling over, and what I kind of envision is more along the lines of you know, the scratch build manuals, you know. That's, for me, that is kind of the pinnacle of good Gunpla learning books, right? Beautiful pictures, step-by-step processes. You don't need to read Japanese to understand every single thing that's going on, right? So yeah, it's kind of where my head is, you know. And a lot of people are giving some good feedback. Ultraman Dyna says you were influencing people across the globe. One could hope. One could hope, right? Superset5 over there on Twitch, he says maybe just do one segment at a time. Yeah, I mean that would probably be the way I would have to go, right? Especially if I was still wanting to compete at the same time, because it would be just such a time drain. We'll see. Jeff Edge says, look at Mike Rinaldi books. He has some good ideas on how to do smaller, more focused books. Yeah, I've seen some of Rinaldi's books before. They're pretty good. They are pretty good. Little smallish on the physical side of things. I would want my you know, if I was to produce a book, I would want a decent, tangible product, you know, for people to have and refer to, right? Terry T says, when I was in Tokyo, I bought Max Watanabe's perfect modeling book, and I wondered why there's no English author writing modeling manuals as well. Yeah, man. Me too. So, yeah. One of those things, right? Ruslam over there on YouTube says, Gundam Originality, Book 1, Scribing Details. Yeah, yeah. Scribing, you know, the one thing about scribing is I think it's kind of been done, you know, for the most part in detail. You know, because you've got Anupong's scribing book, which is available on, you know, USA Gundam Store. You've got Josh's book, which is heavy into scribing. Obviously, he's crazy with it. So, you know, I don't know if I would kind of come out of the gates as that being kind of a first run. I may delve into it later down the line, right? So, you know, what I was thinking is just, you know, starting out with things that may not necessarily be super prevalent in the market today. Simple details. Simple details. I think that's probably going to be an easy one. An easy one to get behind. Because we can give, you know, examples of how to create simple details. And obviously scribing would be, you know, a part of that, yeah. But working with styrene and sheet and strip and rod and half round and all those other shapes, kind of pulling all of that together, you know, into a kind of focused topic. Andrew, thank you, dude. I'll get to that later. So that's, you know, kind of where my head's at right now. Kind of where my head's at. So after this weekend, I definitely am now taking a very, very serious look at maybe producing something. Yeah. It's a possibility, you know? Possibilities. So, you know, hopefully that's cool for you guys. I don't know. We'll, you know, obviously continue doing streams. I'll you know, start doing, you know, kind of pre-recorded videos and stuff like that. And, you know, slap them up on YouTube for you guys to consume. And, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that will probably be able to find its way into, you know, books if I'm able to do them. So, we'll see, right? We'll see. All right. Enough talking. Enough talking. Let's get to work, shall we? We got a nice brand new, clean cutting mat. Let's mess it up. Yeah. All right, so let's get the Zaku in here. Let's get you guys going on camera 2. Ultraman Dyna says, Tim, Dean went to eat and said he would be back. You better get to work soon. Oh, we're doing it, man. We're getting to work right now, dude. There we go. All right, so let's get zoomed in. Last time we were here together, we were working on the scratch-built Commander fin, right? Julius Dembski says, I'm covering for Dean while he eats dinner. Focus on GBWC 2019. Thank you, Julius. Appreciate that, buddy. But when we were last together, we were doing... hopefully that will focus. There she is. We were working on this and basically just kind of shaped up the front edge there. And we've got a nice, let's get that on the dark part so the contrast is good. We've got a nice clean taper all the way down. We've got a nice taper on that front little fin, or that top little fin up at the top here. And then obviously we added a bit of bulk here to the sides. Now, geez, I put everything away. I don't have any tools. Let's get some tools out here. Geez. There we go. Okay, so I mean, look at this. Everything, all my tools are right in there. Just, you know, just toss them in. That's all you got to do. All right. So let's grab the tweezers here real quick. Now, originally, what we were going to do is we were going to put some added strip on the front here. You know, I'm looking at it now, and I think this bit right here to give it, you know, that gives it just a little bit of thickness there. I think that's going to be enough for me. Yeah, I like that look. It's clean, it's simple, it's traditional, but it's also different, right? It's also different. Especially I love this little point right out here, just kind of just sticking out there. I like that look. A little bit of aggressive look. I like that, yeah? So we're going to keep that. We are going to keep that all in place. Now, obviously, this can still come out. I'm going to keep it that way to be able to do some additional work on this, maybe even keep it apart for painting and stuff like that. But, yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Superset 5 says less is more, keep it as is. I agree. I agree with you, Superset. 100%. Now, also last time we were together, we were kind of fooling around with the backpack a little bit, yeah? Just kind of putzing around with it. And then what we need to do is connect these cool tanks kind of at a three-quarter angle, right? So, I think that's what we're probably going to start to work on a little bit here this fine evening. Now, another thing real quick that I wanted to kind of bring you guys back up to speed with was the back skirt. So, this still needs to be cleaned up. This is still very, very raw looking right now. But there you guys can see the back skirt for the Zaku 2. Obviously, if you guys don't recognize this, these are the back skirts for the Sinanju Stein. Yeah, and what I did was I took about 4 millimeters of kind of strip and sandwiched those together and popped those in here. And now this thing is one solid unit which pivots on the existing pivot bar that the original back skirt utilized. So it's very easy to modify. And I like the fact that the angles of this back skirt kind of just work. See, it kind of goes in this triangular shape with the cowls on the legs. I love that triangular shape. I do. I really like it. Hisaki Ardhendron says that back skirt makes it look like a Zaku 3. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. But we could take it and kind of think about it like this potentially could be the precursor to a Zaku 3. Zaku 2.5. I don't know. Just spitballing. Hey, Chris Pabs is over there on Facebook. Chris, what's going on, dude? Welcome. Welcome. Bailey says, baby got back skirt. Dude, yeah. But I think it's fitting. I think it looks good. Now, obviously, we are going to need to either customize the side skirts because they don't fit anymore, or just do something just out of the box, just something different. Now, what I was thinking, I really am not a fan of these little dinky, these little front skirts here. They're just kind of wimpy, and I don't know. I'm not a big fan of them. So what I'm thinking is kind of, keep that angle design of the back skirt and kind of wrap the entire skirted area of the Zaku, in that kind of aesthetic, right? So that's the thought thus far. That's the thought. So we'll explore that in later episodes, right? Today, this stream, tonight, we are going to be working on these guys right here. That's going to be our focus. Yeah, that's going to be our focus. So let's get this thing off here because I just don't like these connectors. They're just crap. So we're going to be fabricating, if you will, our own connectors, right? Speaking of fabrication, I did a little bit of necessity fabrication over the weekend, right? So I have these strips of sandpaper, and in cleaning, I didn't really have any place to put them. I usually just kind of put them over here on the shelves, right? And it just didn't really work that well, because they would just kind of go everywhere and make a mess and all that. So what I did was I scratch built this little thing, just real quick, just out of scrap plastic that I had, right? So it's got little compartments in here sized for the little strips, and 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, and big old 3,000 right there. So I can cut strips, pop them in here, and this just hangs over here on where just below the styrene stock is. So it's just held up by some 3M command strips and everything like that, so I can take it off real easy and just kind of pull out what I need, whatever. And yeah, simple, right? Simple ideas. There you go. Sometimes necessity is what fuels invention, right? I think that's how that saying goes. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Chris Pabs over there. Now I can't get the damn thing back up. Jesus. There we go. Just need a little bit of coercion. There we go. Chris Pabs over there on Facebook, he says, Tim, I need tanks like those for high grade. Are those Kodas? Yes, dude, they are. These are the ammo drums for the chain-fed ammo drum. English is tough. But yeah, I just really like the shape of these things, the design and everything like that. So I'm actually use these as fuel tanks. Yeah, these are available in that chain belt system that Kodo has, the weapons parts and stuff. So, all right. So what we need is we need some tube. We need some plastic tube. So let's pull this stuff out and let's see what we've got here in the mix. let's see what will fit, because we need something to sleeve over this peg, right? So now I don't know where anything is because I cleaned up, right? But let's clean that off. Let's take a measurement here with the diameter of this. This is 2.89, so about 2.9. So I think 3.0 inner diameter will be perfectly fine for us. So we're looking for probably about a 4mm tube. I'm pretty sure I have those. Let's see. 11. Where is the 4? I know I have a 4mm tube in here. I know it. I know it. I just know it. Here it is. Boom. That's what we wanted. Alright, put the rest of this crap back, so we don't need that. And let's get out some of the tube we used before. Toss that off to the side. Alright, so now let's try and see. This will fudge. That's not going to fit. Okay, so back to the drawing board. 4mm is not going to work. So let's go 5.5. Here we go. Maybe this might work. This will probably, I'm guessing, be too big, though. Oh, God, yeah. This is going to be way too big. Yeah. Damn it. Way too big. Oh, let's see. All right, so what we can do... oh, wait a minute. We got a 4.8 here. 4.8 might be the winner. I don't know. Let's see. It's still a little. That inner diameter is still a little bit big. That's the shitter of it all. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, you know what? We'll keep one of these out, and we'll see if we can't come up with a way to figure this out here. Yeah, Bailey's got it right. The tubes are one thing. Evergreen does not work well for Gunpla. There are not quite metric sizes. Yeah, and that's the main thing, especially the inner diameters. The inner diameters are what is important, right? Sorvon says, this is why I use Wave for my tube stock. That's probably a good call. I don't have any, so I'm like, what are you going to do, right? So I'm going to use what I've got, and we can make this work because I can slather this peg up with super glue and increase the diameter of that so that fits nice and snug within this inner diameter here. And let's see what that inner diameter is. And that's, yeah, see, it's 3.2, so it's only like 0.3 millimeters, a third of a millimeter off, yeah? So we don't really have to add much girth to this, right? We just have to add a little bit. So I think we can definitely work with this 4.8 millimeter tube. What we can also do, and this is a trick that I've done before, is to use, let's see, where is it? Use like a tube cutter, right? And what you do is you basically score into this with the tube cutter. You don't cut all the way through the tube. You just basically score into it really nicely. And what that'll do is reduce the inner diameter of that tube. It will basically create a ridge inside of the tube, which will obviously lower the diameter, right? So we just put that in there now. Oh, that's getting there. That's getting there. Add a little bit more girth onto this thing. Put some of these ridges in here. think we'll be good to go. I do. So let's put another ridge about 1 millimeter off that first one here. And like I said, you do not want to cut all the way through. And it's easy to do with styrene too because it's really soft, right? And this is just a little miniature tube cutter. This is more of your standard kind of little tube cutter. But you can see the size difference between these two. This one obviously is by Basscraft. Got it at Home Depot. This one is an HDX, which is Home Depot's own brand. This is just a cheap little one. I think this was maybe like $3 or $4, something like that. Outer diameter limits are 1/8 to 5/8 inches. So this cuts pretty damned small tubes, and that's kind of why I like this little guy. Not great quality, but you don't need great quality for something like this, right? So let's put one more ridge a little bit closer to the front end. And let's see. Let's see if this is our tipping point, shall we? Bailey says, there's pro tip. I love my tube cutter. I mean, I like my tube cutter. I don't love it. All right. Yeah. That, I think, is going to be... Number one, it's just a cool look. Because, here, check this out. It's a cool look. Whoop. Right? Those just, because they're basically like panel lines, so they serve a dual purpose. They make the thing look cool, but they also crimp down on that inner diameter on that tube to basically situate itself on this 3 millimeter rod here, right? So later what we'll do is we'll kind of slather this up with super glue, make it nice and thick, then that is just going to pop onto there, grip like crazy, like a Chinese finger puzzle, like, right? And it just won't let go. And it'll be secure. It'll be awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed my finger puzzle sound effect. I've been working on it very, very hard. All right. Oh, the things I do for you people. I love you though. I love you. All right. So, but I'm not going to worry about that right this second. What I'm going to worry about are these guys right here, right? Tex says Tim's over here making a master grade straw. Oh, I mean, you gotta put it with the master grade spoon. Am I right? That might be a good product, the master grade straw. Adam, if you're watching, I think we need to come out with a master grade straw. We need to one-up Cam. I think that would be amazing. I think that would be absolutely and truly amazing. All right. Jeez, I don't know where anything is. It's all in the freaking little toolbox here. There we go. There's the little guy I was looking for. A little NT cutter. Put the guard of that back. Now, what we need is we need something cool that looks cool, that looks like a mechanical coupling transitional style piece, right? That's what we need to either create or find or something. Now, the place that I'm gonna start to look for, Julie Beans. It's a pretty cool ass name, Julie Beans. It's like jelly beans, but Julie. Julie Beans. I love it. Welcome. Thank you for watching. Welcome to the family. That's awesome. Julie Beans. I think that's cool. I think that's cool. All right. So my go-to kit Obviously, for kind of transitional style pieces and greeblies and stuff like that. You guys know it. You guys love it. Ba-boom, the Gaplant. Hey, Julie Beans. Over there on Twitch now. They're everywhere. Thank you. That's awesome. That's really cool. Really cool. Makes me feel good. Multiple followers. I dig it. I dig it. All right, so this is the kit, you guys, that I absolutely adore when it comes to greeblies and vents and thrusters and all sorts of other little cool mechanical things, right? Now, ooh, wait a minute. Hold up, we need to explore that one more. We're gonna keep that one out. But then obviously the A runner is just off the hook on this kit. I mean, look at all these thruster bells you got right here, just in this one kit, right? And you've got some other ones that I've already cut out. You've got this crazy badass triangular thing, and then the pièce de résistance is this huge mother of all thruster bells here. Look at that thing. That's hefty. Girthy. So I'm not really seeing anything on the A runner that kind of speaks to me, right? But this runner here, this E runner, I think may hold what we need. So we're gonna keep that bad boy out. We're gonna put these other things away here. We're gonna set this off to the side. Let's put the box on so we don't completely lose everything. We're gonna pop that over here. Okay, so the parts that I noticed here are these guys up in the corner. Look at these things. These are wild, yeah? So already this has a peg pre-installed, but the main feature of this is that it holds a polycap on the other end. Follow me down the rabbit hole. If we install the polycap on these pieces, that polycap will then fit nicely right here on this peg. So then, if that fits nicely on that peg, and it already has a peg attached to the other end, which we can then simply just drill a hole into this, then these and this become moot. Ha! Right? Ooh! I think we just solved some problems. You guys. So let's cut these out here. Let's start to explore these parts and see what we may have here. Now, if you guys remember me saying I got these Tamiya 123s, I love them. They're amazing. They're so nice. And they clip parts excellently, cleanly, just insanely good. Keep your God hands, keep your, Gundam planets, all that crap. I'm gonna keep my 123s. Now, obviously, we're cutting a little bit farther back on the nub here, the gate. And we'll trim that off here in a bit. But for right now, we don't need a perfect part because we're exploring the possibility of this particular part in our needed scenario, right? So now what we got to do here, we need to drill out or just kind of grind out the receiving holes here. So that'll fit nicely there. Now, if you guys haven't seen this technique, I know a lot of you are new. This is what I do when I snap fit a kit, right? Just one of these little grinding bits, right? These are basically Dremel bits. I have this big old Mamma Jamma pack here, which is awesome. Mind you, this pack only comes with these bigger ones. These smaller ones here between them, those are separate ones that I bought previously. So keep that in mind. But these big ones, these double cut carbide ones, are off the charts. And this is what I do for my snap building process. So these receiver holes right here that take the pins, the you know, pegs basically. I take a grinding bit like this and 10 rotations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do that for every single one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, if we're lucky, these pegs, oop, that's the wrong one. These pegs will have enough inner surface to hold properly. But when we need to go and take it apart, all you got to do is just kind of wiggle it a little bit, and it pops right out, right? That's all you got to do. So if you've never done that before, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you start doing that, because this right here makes snap building a breeze. A breeze. Because you're going to need to test fit 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So that means you need to pull the parts apart after you've test fit. 10. Okay, so I think, man, and that's kind of a good looking part right there, you guys, because it's got, look at this, it's got these nice tubes here. So that could, ooh, there we go. It'd be good if I was on camera. It's got these nice tubes down the side here. It's got some weird looking kind of piston looking things. But then it's got some nice, you know, kind of cavity area down here that we can add some more details if we want. But then it's also got this nice kind of flat area up there that we can also, again, add detail to. But the cool thing is, ooh, look at that. Look at the fit. It's like it was meant to be, right? Now we need polycaps. Where are my polycaps? Where did they go? Where did they go? Where did they go? We got some up here. Yeah, these work. Okay. So I just saved polycaps, these polycap runners, right? And let's see, I think, yep, that's 3mm dead on money. And let's kind of clip these out to see if these will fit nicely in this particular piece. I think it should. Oop, don't drop it. Yeah, I think these are going to fit perfectly. So let's kind of wiggle these back and forth a little bit so they come apart. And we'll just pop this polycap right there. Yeah, I think this is going to be an absolute winner right now. As far as I can tell, anyway. There's a lot can go wrong between now and the time that we actually go to commit to this thing, right? Now, what I'm noticing though, we may need, yeah, we're going to need a different polycap. We're going to need one of the ones that have a rounded, you know, the rounded back, right? Shit. What are you going to do? Huh. Looks like my chat program took a complete dump on me. That's not great, is it? Huh. Yeah, it did. Chat program took a dump. That's unfortunate. Let's close it. Let's bring it back. Hopefully it'll pick back up with everything. Yeah, we're doing it live. Fuck it, we're doing it live. Now, mind you, I still have the YouTube chat up, guys, so I haven't neglected you all, but let's check in. Facebook is good. Let's check in with Twitch. Cool. Yeah, Twitch is still up. No, it's what I'm talking about. I have a specific chat program that brings in the chat from YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook into one interface, and that's what took a shit on me. So, but thank you, Julie Beans. I appreciate that. Looking out for me. Look at that. A new follower, and they're looking out for me. That's awesome. Gotta love that. All right, so this, see how this has kind of the rounded back end there? So I think that's what we're gonna need on this, but that's not, this one's not, whoop. This polycap peg is not big enough. So what we might need to do is we might need one of these E ones. And if worse comes to worse, I can always round off the polycap that fit originally. I really don't want to do that. I don't want to risk the structural integrity of it, but I think that might be good. Let's check. This might just work. Boom. Yeah. I think that's going to work. Okay, so now, moment of truth. Oh, yeah. Look at how perfect it is. It's so perfect. So perfect. Oh, it's awesome. I'm happy with it. Let's get back over here. Spider2K2, James 2.0, he says, is Restream worth using? And is it for free or is it a paywall service? Yes and yes. It's totally... Oh. All right, another message coming through. Yes, it is absolutely... absolutely 100% worth it. It is free in parts, but other things you do have to pay for. Like if you want to do like Facebook in addition to other things, that's a pay service because Facebook's weird. Facebook's live streaming is just Zuckerberg. It's the only way I can describe it, right? Zuckerberg. So let's get back to this thing because I really like this because we can have it kind of twisted up like that, right? And we can have it kind of tilted back this way, or we can even flip it around and have it kind of like this if we wanted to. Shoot, man, that's like it was meant to be, man. You know, this is the stuff right here that is... This is the type of thing that it just seems to work. Yeah, it just seems to work, right? So I'm happy with this. I'm quite happy with this, right? Now, to do... We'll need to we'll need to fill these slots in here or kind of detail it up or something like that to hide it, right? But what we'll do is we will drill, this is probably a 3mm diameter peg. Yep, 2.99 on the money, so 3mm. So really a 3mm hole right there, maybe with some cool round weird parts there. And I've got my round greeblies because I need to resin cast these. But what I'm thinking is maybe, where is it? Where is it? Maybe, look at that, maybe something like that, right? Kind of just popped on like that. That's sexy. That's sexy. With a, maybe even a transitional style cap on that, right? Maybe, hold up. Maybe something like, is this too big? Or is this gonna be, ooh, oh, nope, that's too big. Damn it. Damn it. All right, so that's not a problem. We'll do something else. We'll do this little guy. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. We'll do that. Do that little guy. Sound like Bob Ross. We'll do this little guy. This little guy's gonna be good. Trust me. Julie Beans says, that's why I came over to Twitch. There we go. I think, yeah. I think this is gonna be money. Look at the profile. Look at that. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe some wires just kind of coming off between, you know, here and the, you know, down here or something like that, you know, just kind of like that. Look at how good that's going to look, you guys. That's just going to be stupid good. These both, yeah, these are both pegged on there. Okay. Boom. Look at that. Boom, just like that. Yes. All right, let's see. Yeah, dropping Zakus. All right, so let's lay the Zaku down here. Let's get kind of a, maybe like a quick mock-up of what this may look like here, right? So we'll pop that on there, twist back into position, and then yeah, I think that's gonna be a winner. As they say, winner winner chicken dinner. And yes, they said that before, what's that game called? Shit, I can't even remember. Battlegrounds. Yeah, they said that before Battlegrounds, you guys. It's a very old saying. My grandmother used to say that. She used to say, winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, let's get this other side kind of set up here, and let's kind of try to get the full package, the full mock-up here, yeah? Man, I'm so glad we found these little parts here, because I think these are going to be the magic sauce that we need to make this work, right? Okay. And let's see, let's pop this on here. Nope, 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 come on. There we go. So that's there, right? Shit, shit. All right, so, ba-ding, look at that. Yes. That's money. That is money in the bank, you guys. It's money in the bank. That's trophies in the cabinet. You know what I mean. That's trophies in the cabinet. Yes. Yes. No Zaku boy. Old head. Yes, I am. Cheers, James. Woo! I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. I love it. I don't know about you guys, but I love it. Oh, this is good. This is very, very good. Okay. So, what we need to do next. What we need to do next is figure out these bits down here. Yeah? Because I mean, this thing, you know, what I'm thinking, these two will be tanks here, right? Ooh. I'm having an idea. Let's see. What's this all about here? What is this guy gonna do here? What's this all about? Oh, shit. Okay. That could be interesting. So, what I'm thinking at this point, and I don't know if this is going to happen. Adrian Alexander Quezada, sorry. Adrian, if I've just butchered your name, I'm very sorry about that. He's watching over on Facebook. He says, "Hi, Tim. Do you upload these to YouTube? Because I have missed a bit." Yeah, dude, absolutely. We've got them all archived on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can actually watch on your chosen platform of choice. So, yeah, dude, thank you for watching. Appreciate that. So, what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is this, you guys, and I don't know if this is going to work. I'm just kind of freeballing right now, right? The tank, and I saw Frank the Tank in here, by the way. Frank the Tank, shout out to you. What's up, buddy? The tank could have little thrusters like that on it. And then that could just, you know, be direct. You know, obviously these can pivot and direction, you know, go in different directions and everything, and all that good stuff. Almost like the GPO1 full burner. I don't know. I'm kind of liking that idea. I'm kind of digging it. I'm looking for other vents and stuff over here, but I kind of dig these. Sorvan, he says, yes, thrusters on tanks. Racks on racks. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But let's see what else we could do here. Let's see how wicked we could get with this. Hold up. Okay, I just had a crazy idea, you guys. Mother of all thruster bells. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. What? Look at this. It fits. It obviously it needs a little bit of transition. It needs a little bit of cutting because this is just, it's a little shallow, but that diameter, I mean, that fits. Look at that. Look at how stupid over the top that would look. Come on! But do you have 2 to cast it? No. I have 3. Because I have 3 copies of this damn kit. Yeah, boy! I love it. Oh, yes! So I could use 2 plastic ones, and then I could resin cast the other one if I ever needed them again. Yeah! Damn, this is good. Alex the Doof. He just woke up. What up, dude? Sorvan, high mobility binders like that are perfect. Sorvan, I agree. I totally agree. Check that out. How wicked will this thing look? This thing will look just stupid good. Radical Kaijin, unlimited power. Yeah. 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 Woohoo! I'm excited if you guys couldn't tell, man. Good weekend leads to good Monday stream. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Hisaki Art says, and put a smaller bell inside the big one. Yeah. Yeah. Where are those little... Yeah, look at this. Check this out. Watch this. One of these little dinky ones that came... that connected onto these little box shits that were here. I don't like those at all. But yeah, like, look at that. Kind of... Now, obviously, I'd have to trim this down and everything, but yeah, added detail in there. Yeah, come on. It's just so good. That's just so good. Or, ooh, what about this? What about, ooh, look at that. Look at that. Wait a minute. Ooh, boy. So this is the Kotobukiya, this is the Gatling gun kind of accessories, right? Right? Let's see, that was 5. Let's see what 6... Let's see what this 6mm looks like. This could look just stupid good. Oh, that just fits perfectly. Come on. Look at that. Because obviously, you know, you're going to need the nozzles to spray out, you know, the propellant that will then catch fire and... Right? Ultraman Dino with the question of the night, you guys. He says, it looks cool, but, in all capital letters, how the heck are you going to pull off the Zaku getting cut in half? Man, I'm going to tell you what, that's the question of the night. I don't know. We'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. Brandon G, so many bells. Dude, right? So many bells, dude. Alex says Bellception. I love it. Cheesy Gunpla, he said, they say, or Cheesy Gunplax, sorry. Or Cheesy Gunpla, but the X's are at the bookends. I get it now. I see. Looks a bit like the Hayakushiki's Kai. Yeah, kind of. Sorvon Zero, good call over there on Twitch. He says, the more badass the Zaku, the more epic its defeat. Oh, you guys, that's the thing. So, let me tell you this. For as wicked and as evil and as amazingly... Focus, camera. And as amazingly good... at the potential of this thing, it will pale in comparison to the stupid good Gelgoog, Sazabi, Sinanju Stein amalgam that I have planned. Better believe it. It's going to be... I can't wait to get started on that one. The only reason why I haven't is because I haven't gotten all the kits yet, because some of the kits that I had requested are out of production cycle. So it's a bit of a waiting time. So that's why we did this one, right? That's why we did this one. Half sight, make 2 torsos, yes. So you can swap them out, battle damage to not. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. So Sorvon, you are definitely on the right track, dude. What I have kind of planned is for the Gelgoog Hunter, for lack of a better term at this point, is to, you know, his weapon will be coming in and basically slicing right into here, right? So all that I would really need to swap out is just this assembly, this middle torso assembly right here. So one I can keep pristine, right? The other one I can just slice the hell out of it and make it look just like it's about to, right? Like a zit. It's a hell of a mental picture. So yeah, very little, if any, modifications were done to this middle section here. So it will make swapping out so much easier. So much easier. Hey, Scotty, the ghost of Xeon, he's here. He says, hey, Tim, Zaku is looking killer. Dude, you haven't seen anything yet. Let me show you just real quick, Scotty, because I know you're probably at work or taking a lunch or something like that. Check this out, dude. This is going to be even better, right? So, back of the Zaku, right? Proposed backpack. Still a work in progress, yeah? But what we're going to do is we're going to have huge mother of all thruster bells with the little Gatling pieces inserted there just for detail and flavor. We're going to have these kind of at a super cool angle like that, almost like the GPO-1 full burner. Come on. It's going to be amazing. It's absolutely going to be out of this world. Absolutely going to be out of this world. And like I said to the folks just before, as cool as this Zaku is going to be, the Gelgoog Hunter is going to be even cooler. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Ultraman Dyna, he says the back skirt looks really good on that Zaku. Thank you, man. I agree. I like the kind of arrowhead shape of the back that's formed with the leg cowls and the skirt. Those angles just fit perfectly. Hisaki Arthandran says, Tim, I would suggest you start planning the hack and slash of this kit, because at the end of the mods, it will be hard for you to cut them up. Yeah, no, I've truth be told, I have been thinking about it pretty extensively, so yeah. Ruslam over there on YouTube. Ooh, Robo3541, welcome. Thank you for watching, and thanks for the sub. Appreciate that. Welcome to the family. Let's see. Where did I go? Ruslam says, what kits are you needing? So I requested a few kits from Adam and the folks at USA Gundam Store. What I wanted to get was 2 of the HGUC, what is it? What are they? The Regizy, the C-type. I don't know. Rizel. Why did I say Regizy? Rizel. The Rizel C-type. 2 of those HGUC, and then 2 of the Regenlays, the Julia custom Regenlays, and then obviously I'm going to need a Gelgoog 2.0, either stock or Shars. So, but like I said, they're just out of production. They'll come back into production very soon, so I'm not really worried about that. I still have a little ways to go on this, so I'm comfortable with them still kind of being on backlog at this point. So I'm not too worried right now. Not too worried. GamerBud, woo! I got most of the custom pieces I made back on the kit. Still got some shaping to do, but to see them back on the Master Grade Exia feels good, and it looks great. See, that's what it's all about, you guys, man. GamerBud doing that thing with the epoxy putty, man. He's putting it down. That's awesome. Bailey says, and do you know if they are getting reprinted? You know, those are common, very popular kits, so yeah, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily surprise me if they got reprinted very quickly. So, yeah. Spider2K2, James, he's yelling, Tim, in all capital letters. What? Did I miss something, James? Did I miss a comment of yours? I will scroll back up and I will take a look. Yeah? Let's see. Let's scroll back up. Let's see what James might have said. Yeah, I don't see anything, James. I don't know. Oh, he says, if you want a Regenlays, you should have asked me. I have one built already. Ah, well, look at you. Look at you. Hey, Witchy Char, she's over there on YouTube. What's up, Witchy? Thank you for watching. She says hello. Spider2K2, scroll back down. No, I saw, dude. I saw. What? Ooh. Ooh, look at that. Bill Phipps, thank you, man. Appreciate that offer. I'll take a look at that here in a minute, though. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Ultraman Dyna, you should make the front skirt similar to that of a samurai's skirt. Interesting. That's an interesting thought. Cheesy Gunpla says, could play a tailbinder on the Zaku backpack, and really having a hard time working while listening makes me want to go home and resume work on my wound work. Oh, man, hey, you know. Oh, yeah, the Regan Lay's Julia, the Julia custom Bailey, the flighty one with the pointy toes and all that. The cool one, not the weak one. But hey, man, Cheesy Gumbo, that's what this thing's all about, man. We're here to drive you to the next level, right? So that's cool. Ultraman Dyna, that would blend well with the back skirt. Oh, for the samurai skirt up front. Yeah, I mean it's definitely something that we can absolutely explore, because I think we're right there, right? I think I'm right there with you. So let's see. Bailey says, I'll check our local. We've had the Rezels quite frequently. Man, you guys are amazing. Seriously, let's go camera 1. Because, I mean, I'm just like, you guys are great. Every single one of you. Salt of the earth. Child of Mecha Army. That's, man, you guys are representing. I swear. You guys are awesome. I love you guys, man. Let's see. Sorvon over there on Twitch, he says, Rezel Type C and Regan Lay's Julia are in stock at Hobby Search, but they're out of Gelgoogs. Yeah, well, it happens, right? So, Bailey says Samurai Hakama for the front skirts. That's what I'm guessing. Look at that, I got the pirate eye going. Arr. Oh, hell, you guys. It's been fun tonight. I've had fun. I hope you guys have had fun. This has been a good night. It's been a good weekend. You guys have made it special. I appreciate that. Cheers to everyone. Everyone needs to just reach around and just kind of pat yourselves on the back for me. Hell yeah. That's what I think. That's what I think. Oh, all right. Now that I think about it, the true bitch of this Zaku, the hardest thing that we're going to have to tackle, that I'm going to have to tackle, is going to be the forearm. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm like, wait, Tim, what are you doing in the forearm? Why is that got to be so difficult? If you have been watching for a while, and I know some of you have not, and that's fine. That's cool. We'll catch you up to speed. It's all good. We're getting there. What we're gonna be doing, the Gelgoog Hunter, and that's kind of the name I'm going with temporarily until I think of something better. The Gelgoog Hunter, this guy's, the positioning of this all, the Zaku is going to be kind of, I guess, elevated a little bit. I'm going to be slicing down with his right arm. Swinging down, might I add, the Mohawk, the mother of all Heat Hawks. Going to be coming down in a slicing fashion with this forearm. The Gelgoog Hunter will be catching that forearm in mid movement, and obviously the Gelgoog Hunter is going to be super overpowered. So what's going to happen is the handprint of the Gelgoog Hunter will basically crunch into the metal of the forearm, and it basically leave kind of a hand imprint in that. So I've got to come up with a methodology of how I'm going to handle that imprint, right? What I'm thinking right now is probably going to be a buttload of epoxy putty, and kind of do kind of a handprint, maybe sculpt the handprint in, and go from there. But what I'm going to probably have to do is contain said handprint to between here and here. Reason why is because these side elbow pieces are completely different on the high mobility suits as they are the regular Zaku 2s. On the regular Zaku 2s, they are more filled in. They have kind of like a minus style mold there. These have obviously kind of a cavity right here, right? So I can't, this part needs to stay intact. This needs to stay on the kit at all times at that point. So the only parts that I can really customize are going to be this cuff, this you know, top sleeve, and then this underside kind of guard right here. So that's going to be a tough part. That's going to be the tough part, because it's going to involve sculpting and, you know, smushing a hand in there to see how it is. So we're going to see. We're going to see. Oh, man. But anyway, let's see here. Julie Bean says that pack is going to be awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm happy with it. I'm really psyched about it. Obviously, my excitement has not been contained very well this evening, so I'm really, really excited about it. Yeah. Gamerbud says no. Cheers to you and cheers to Andrew wherever he is, maybe hungover. That's a fair possibility. It's a fair possibility. Space Rat 53 says, got a Kotobukiya sword, samurai sword set for my Zaku 2 Black Rabbit. What is the GBWC policy towards third-party parts? Can I use the swords, or do those need to be scratch built? Great question. Let's switch to camera 2, because we're gonna talk and just kind of finish things up here, answer questions, maybe if you guys have them or what have you. So I guess the third-party parts conundrum at this point in the US is still unanswered right now, right? Because last year, obviously, there were majorly enforced restrictions, higher restrictions on those, which, in my mind, bordered into the realm of basically being unfair and handicapping the U.S. In comparison to the other countries that participate in GBWC, right? So Kotobukiya is a very, very commonly used parts manufacturer, detail parts, and weapons sets and things of that nature. You know, you get into the frame arms kits, and people have used parts and full frame arms kits within their entry, and some have gone to Japan with those as well. So to see what happened last year was extremely disappointing. So I hope this year will be a little bit returned to normal, but we don't know, right? Me personally, I'm going to build what I build. I'm going to use what I want to use. And if they want to disqualify me, they can sure as hell go ahead and try. Because I don't think it's going to happen. I think the normalcy will return this year. We'll see. We'll see, right? But so I would say either use that, or Bandai makes a super cool little katana kit. Shit, and I'm not even on camera 2. Let's take a look at camera 2 here real quick so I can show you. Bandai makes this builder's parts kit that comes with the samurai, you know, with the katanas, the sheath, and everything. It came with these, you know, kind of launchers here, and you get 2 runners, so you get 2 sets of both these guys, which are amazingly cool, and you also get 2 katanas. And that's builder's parts, so that's official. You could use those every single day of the week, right? So you could do that and be completely safe, or you could just take your chances and say, screw it, I'm going to use what I want to use, right? So, I mean, I guess we'll see, right? I guess we'll see. So, there you go. Switch back to camera 2. But that's a good question. That's a good question, Space Rat. Very good. Bailey says the Gelgoog J is a hunter unit already. Jaeger means hunter. Yeah. It's not going to be that, though. It's not going to be that. And just, you know, the reason why I'm calling it kind of a Gelgoog hunter right now is because just a lack of terminology, right? Simply because I don't want to give away too much by specifying terminology for it. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. I hope it's also very vague. Double-sided coin. Sorvon Zero says the greatest pressure should be at the fingers, so most of it should be on the red parts, right? Yeah, I mean, I would imagine so. I mean, because obviously, you know, it's gonna get caught in the palm, and then it's gonna start to crush. So the fingertips, obviously, yeah, you're right. That's probably going to be where most of the crushing pressure is going to be. So, yeah. Bailey says, as far as I know, US GBWC rules are unclear on third-party parts. Dude, you have made the understatement of the night. I absolutely agree, yeah. Hasaki Art Handren says, how about warming up a piece of rod in the size of the fingers and melts each finger in? But see, I don't want to necessarily do something like that. I want to... I want the fingers to stay completely intact, but I want them to start crushing down on the forearm. So, kind of a different take, but thought out. Yeah, well thought out. Space Raptor 50, or at least modify them somewhat. Yeah, I mean, you could try to modify them. That would obviously, you know, mask, you know, their origin a bit. So, it's definitely a tack you could take, yeah. Bailey says, or any Ashtray red frame kit. Yeah. Bailey says, just being a pedantic nag, Tim. Dude, it's all good. That's why I love having you on, man. Space Raptor 53, more like the Jabrera straight used by the Ashtray red frame, whereas the Kotobukiya swords look more like the ones used by the Efreet Noct, which is more what I'm going for the Zaku Black Rabbit. Yeah, then I would say use what you feel is appropriate. Yeah. Chances are nobody's gonna dick with you. You know, chances are it's just a freaking sword. If they want to DQ you for that, let me know. I can raise so much holy hell, it's not funny. Yeah. If something like that were to happen, I think there would be... I think there could be a big stink. So, but, dude, I say build whatever the hell you want to build, dude. Use whatever you want to use. As long as it's not counterfeit, bootleg, resin, or something like that, something that's really hardcore against the rules, use whatever the hell you want, man. As long as the overwhelming majority of your entry is Bandai parts, that's the spirit of it. That's the spirit of it. Go with that. Go with the Mecha gods. Hey, you know what? Speaking of religion, Mechanism Church of the Holy Robot. We're gonna have one of those mechanism shows this Friday. Why don't you all come back and watch us be stupid with one another? It's fun. It's fun. But yes, you are all invited to the Holy Church of the Giant Robot. We will douse you in the fluids of the hydraulics. I don't know, I'm just making shit up as I go along. It's been a day. Half-side, I like that it's two Xeon suits fighting. Gives me DJD vibe, Decepticon Justice Division. Ooh. From Transformers. They hunted down cons who swayed from the Decepticon path. You're getting close. Ultraman Dyna said, today's stream was really fun. I agree, it was really fun, man. Goes to Xeon Scotty says, you saw my Dino Rider last year. Build what makes you happy. You are goddamn right, Scotty. Fuck yeah, man. Build what makes you happy. I love that. Space Raptor 3 just got to ask those sorts of questions so I know what the hell I'm doing before I think of entering. Dude, absolutely. It's better to be safe than sorry. So I totally agree with you on that. Sorvon Zero, for that guy with a katana issue on YouTube, he should look at the Jin High Maneuver 2 high grade, assuming he can find one. Interesting. Julius Dempsey, great progress tonight. Your enthusiasm is contagious and inspirational. Keep it up. Looking forward to the final outcome in 2019 GBWC winner. Thank you, man. I know. It's just like tonight I was just extra excited, you know, just with everything that kind of happened over the weekend and all that, and seeing, you know, the Army come together and support. It's just super gratifying. So, yeah, I was super jazzed about it. So, yeah. Witchy Shar says the spirit of Christmas. Nice. Silver Maverick, I'll never watch. What's up, Ricardo? You'll never watch. Why won't you watch? It's fun. It's just us being stupid. Rushalam says, might even be here on Wednesday just cause I like to chat. Dude, come back. It's fun. We hang out. We talk. We shoot the shit. Maybe get up in some modeling and stuff like that. It's cool. Superset Fiber over there on Twitch, he says, while I was working on my perfect grade unicorn bust, I got idea of getting another perfect grade unicorn Gundam and kit bashing it with a mega size RX-78-2 wood parts on the mega size mesh well with the perfect grade unicorn for a perfect grade sized new Gundam. Holy shit. That's a project and a half, isn't it? It's hard to say, man, because the mega sizes are basically like gigantic high grades, where perfect grades are perfect grades. So your connections and things like that will be drastically different. So you're going to have to do some work meshing those two kits up. So that's going to be some work. It's going to be some work. So keep that in mind. But it would be cool. Space Rider 53, kind of like the Church of the Broken God mechanic from SCP lore. Hey, whatever floats your boat, right? I like the Church of the Giant Robot myself, so I'm partial. Sorvon Zero, not sure on the size differences. Unicorn is a big boy, but I don't know if the mega size is big enough for the parts to mesh well. It's another good call. Julius Dempsey, night all. Take care, Julius. Ultraman Dyna, gotta go now, guys. I will tune in again this Wednesday. Have a good night, everyone. Ultraman, thank you as always for tuning in. Appreciate it, buddy. And you know what? And that's a good transition for me, too. I gotta get out of here. It's after midnight. I gotta go catch up on... I think we did some good work. I think I think I've earned myself some TV time. Because I don't get TV time hardly at all anymore. I've got backlogged episodes of things like 3-4 weeks deep at this point. So I got to clear out some backlog in terms of my DVR. I think I've earned it at this point, right? Hopefully. But you guys, man, what an awesome stream tonight. What an awesome stream. What an awesome bunch of people you guys are. Child of Mecha Army. Man, represent. Truly, truly, truly. I love each and every one of you. If I could, I'd reach through the damn camera and give you all a hug right now. Seriously, that's how I feel right now. Feeling good, feeling jazzed, feeling energized. Just, man, things are going our way. I really love that. And not just, mind you, and keep this clear. It's not just going my way. It's going our way. You know? So many people are doing cool things. It's going our way. That's special. That's special. And new people are coming into the fold, and things are happening their way too, which I love. Let's keep it up. Let's keep this train moving. It's awesome. It's awesome. So, you guys, let's finish out with some business, shall we? If you guys want one of these kick-ass little chibi shirts, go get you one on chowdermecha.com. Hit the store button up at the top. You'll be transported to the store where you'll find shirts, hats, bags, other cool stuff, right? The link for the Amazon stuff is below. Sourced out all sorts of tools and materials and stuff. A lot of the stuff that we use tonight, these 1-2-3s are amazing. Got those on Amazon real cheap. The NT cutter that we took a look at as well. Some of the other things. These cool little tweezers. Man, good stuff. Already sourced out for you. Most of it's on Prime, so if you're a Prime member, take advantage of it. It's just cool shit, right? So, also, if you need kits, paints, accessories, decals, if you want to pick up some SMS paints from my boy Scotty, the Ghost of Xeon, you can do so right over here, right there at USA Gundam Store. Adam and those fine folks down there in Florida town, just great. Great company. Love Adam to death. He's my boy. So go and patronize those folks. Buy some stuff from them. Great prices, great people too. So, what else? What else? Oh! Gunpla Girl Gang, I'm looking at you. Yeah. You ladies are amazing. Serious. Straight up. They're going to be having a, what is it? The Gunpla Girl Gang inaugural build-off? I hope I have that terminology right? But they're doing a build-off, you guys. The ladies of the hobby are doing a build-off. They're coming together and killing it. If you are an aspiring lady builder, go get in that and just compete and have fun. Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. I love seeing that. So go in, either represent or go and support the ladies, you guys, because that's important too. I think it's really cool. So, I think that's all we got. Watch out for those reposters. Watch out for them. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's late. I'm gonna go watch TV. So, without any further ado, guys, have a wonderful Tuesday. We're gonna be back here on Wednesday. Mechanism is on Friday. Tune in for that. And man, just build something cool. Stay safe out there, and just continue to be an amazing, amazing group of people. See you guys. Oh, my stupid mouse turned off. Totally ruined my outro. Take two. Bye, guys.